Welcome back. Just been through from Broome to Darwin, and now I'm going to go from Darwin to Cape York. Now, as I said in the previous episode, when I arrived in Darwin, I only had 400 litres of fuel left. So in Darwin I met some friends there. I met my cousin I hadn't seen for 40 years, Barry Russ, who was one of the bosses at Northern Territory Water. And we had a great time together. It was like we were at high school together. We had a great time. He helped me out massively. Carted stuff around for me. Showed me around. I stayed at his house. I met up with a friend I hadn't seen for 30 years called Criddle. Just the same as I met her last time. Just a fantastic, fantastic person. I spent a month in Darwin, and then, you know, I've gone that far, I might as well keep going around Australia. So I left Darwin, I fueled right up and headed into Arnhem Land. Went around the Cape York Peninsula and headed across, anchored at many places. I went right inside the Cape York Peninsula. There was just anchorages everywhere. It was just a magic place for fishing, stopping. I went into the Earl River. I went right up the King River, well up the King River. I went into the Liverpool River and come out and anchored at Entrance Island, along the coast to Crocodile Island, the Goulburn Islands. I wasn't allowed on shore in the Goulburn Islands because you had to have a permit. Elcho Island, I just anchored outside the settlement. I didn't go ashore because I was so close to Gove, or Nhulunbuy, that's where I was heading. Got up in the morning at Elcho Island, checked the tide, and went into the Cadel Straits. Now the Cadel Straits, you need to be going the right way because of the current. Going through there with the current, there was whirlpools. You know, there was a lot of current. Popped out the front of the Cadel Straits and headed over to Atwell Island and anchored over there. And at Atwell Island I went ashore, walked on the pristine white beach. I hadn't seen any boats for like months, weeks. And I took my fishing rod and was fishing along the beach. There's a wee muddy creek with mangroves on the island, a small island. A little billabong about 25 metres long. Threw me lure in, caught a barra, just like that, off the shore. The Atwell Islands is the start of the Weasel Islands, probably the most fantastic anchorages you've ever seen. You could anchor at a different place every night. And the Weasel Islands go right out to the Timor Sea. And from Atwell Island I went round the corner into Gove. I'd worked in Gove before and got a fantastic yacht club right on the beach, had a meal there. A bloke took me into town to get food, a guy with a ute. Said, I'll take you in, mate, and wait for you. And went into the shopping centre and got my food. And people started to say to me, well, be careful, because when you got across the Gulf of Carpentaria, it's extremely dangerous because of the southeast wind. So I watched the weather, and I thought, well, if I leave now, there's a rough chance I can get across with no problems. So I left in about 15 knots of southeast, the whole way across, 2 days, 48 hours steam. There was not more than 5 knots of wind. And I went to Crab Island on the Cape York Peninsula and slept for a day or so. Then left there and went round to Bamaga, or Cecia. It's got 2 names, an Aboriginal name and a white name. Anchored out inside the island there. There's a lot of current. But what a fantastic, I really loved it. I actually rang up my wife and said, if I stay here much longer, I won't be leaving. The people were so nice, it was so laid back, it was just a lovely place to be. So, with my photographs, that's my trip from Darwin to Cape York. And that's the end. Thank you.